A really interesting quote in the Bible, like a very famous quote, well-known quote. In perfect love, there is no fear, and it's really a notoriously hard quote to understand. But really, the point of the quote is that all fear comes from loss, like the fear of loss. So, for example, imagine you're talking to your friend and you want to tell him something, but you're afraid that he's going to judge you. You're afraid that he's going to stop being your friend, right? It's like you fear losing the friendship. And it's the same thing with, any other type of fear. Like if you're afraid of maybe interviewing for a new job, um, or more like you're afraid of maybe taking a new step, making a business or something like that, because you're afraid of losing your current stability, right? Like fear tends to have to do with loss and there not being enough, like scarcity as a result of loss. Like I make a mistake, I slip up, and now there's loss. And love basically does away with that because love takes away, like, eliminates scarcity. So, for example, there's really another really famous verse in the Bible. It talks about like a grain of wheat. Like, if you ever seen in movies or in person, like you're at a farm and there's that big, like that long grain of wheat, that tall grain of wheat, and it has all those seeds, right? And then basically, what's interesting about that grain of wheat is that if those seeds fall, or if the grain of wheat falls, right? Every single one of those seeds, it spreads out. Those seeds spread out and they become new wheat plants. And then this verse in the Bible, it has to do with this idea that people are kind of like wheat plants, where if they give themselves up, they become so much more, right? Just like how the wheat plant gives himself up, he falls down to the ground, and then all of his seeds spread and they become new strands of wheat. And that same verse also says, if you don't do that, if you don't give yourself up, you just stay there alone by yourself. So, yeah, basically, when you give yourself up, when you have love, and perfect love is to give yourself up for other people perfectly, right? Then there's no fear because you have abundance. Like you have so much more than you otherwise would have that you no longer fear losing anything. So that's what it means to have perfect love, and that's what it means for perfect love to not have fear.